So in my opinion, there are a number of components needed for you to be a successful so-called content creator, or in this case, a streamer. One of those components is most definitely content. You have to at least have something for people to watch, and it also has to be entertaining or engaging for your viewers, even though most sane people nowadays just put said content on their second monitor or in the background whilst they play a game or perform some mundane activity. And if you are one of those people that actually sits down and watches an entire 8-hour stream from start to finish without looking away, like you were binging your average Netflix slop, honestly, you have a problem. You are a psychopath and you're probably not that far away from some Hannibal Lecter type shit. But even if people don't have eyes on your content all the time, you still have to create engaging content and moments, especially if you're a streamer, so that on the off chance they do pay attention to your stream, there's something happening. Or so those moments can be clipped and circulated online, even if it is out of context and makes you look like an absolute buffoon.
If there's one thing I know about Minecraft, it's that I love mining caves. We got any miners in the chat? No.
This is probably why clip farming is popular among streamers, where in some cases they will do or say anything they can just to get a clip, even if it puts them in danger, or they are the butt of the joke. And even in some cases, they purposely set up the moments themselves, because depending on how bad you look in the clip, chances are people seeing that will probably turn up to your stream just to shit on you, which usually would be a bad thing, but nowadays it's more looked at like this is a person still engaging with your content and it still counts as a view, and it inflates your viewership, so you're really only benefiting, excluding the death threats and slares they probably put in your chat. And you can't really hate streamers for doing this, it's the meta at this point and it works so very well. However, another one of those components that I mentioned is that in one form or another you have to be likable, which is a point I know not everyone will agree with, since you could refer to popular streamers like Rakai.
Voting on him.
A toda mi comunidad.
Justice, 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 justice.
Cállate, niño, anda. Cállate, niño. Niño, cállate. Cállate, anda. Cállate, cállate.
What's my worst feature, okay? Look at me, okay? Look at me.
But yeah, you have to be likable in one way or another. Either people like your personality, how authentic you are, maybe even the energy you bring to your content. There has to be some reason people watch you. And this leads on to the topic of today's video, where a specific streamer that you could say incorporated at least one or two of the things I just described, especially the energy to say the least, but despite that has recently got quite a bit of hate, with the common critiques against them being they are fake, annoying, obnoxious, and even entitled. And that streamer's name is ExtraEmily. And recently, down to quite a few controversies she's been involved in, the voices against her are more louder than ever. Especially with allegations of viewbotting, a fan of hers censoring Reddit posts about her, and ruining a MrBeast event. On top of many other controversies that happened in the past. And the hate got so bad recently, it led her to take a break from streaming.
It's just like, I just don't want to do it anymore. I don't know, like for now. Like, I just don't want to be on the internet anymore.
And the question we are going to attempt to answer today is, does she deserve said hate? But before we get into that, yes, it's that time again, you should be used to this by now. We always make sure you know the bowel movement history of the subject of these videos before we get into the main topic. But regardless, quickly, who is ExtraEmily?
Mom! What? I'm not racist, right?
No, you're not. How come you're racist? We're Asian.
ExtraEmily was born on January 16th, 1998. Not a lot is known about Emily in her earlier life, except that she was academically talented and was skilled at playing the piano, of which even to this day she's still maintained that skill. Appearance on the internet was under the name Lyric Pro 3000, where the main thing uploaded was music videos, commercials, sketches, and just in general videos that adult her would probably cringe at in the present day, which I cannot relate to in any way. However, most of her effort around this time was spent studying. In fact, she was so dedicated to her studies that she was featured on live TV for her local Chinese center that was opening its doors for other people to learn about the Chinese culture.
I think it's important to embrace my own culture and where I came from. 我是张雪纯.
When she graduated top of her class in high school, she moved on to college, attending Columbia University studying financial engineering, which just attending is said to be both a feat in itself and very expensive. And towards her final year there, she would create the channel ExtraEmily, and would start uploading content there in April of 2020, with said content mainly being vlogs and challenges, and a month later in May she would also give streaming on Twitch a try. She would mainly stream Nintendo games, and those streams would then be edited and uploaded to her YouTube channel. Around the same time she was doing this, she would actually graduate with multiple awards, a 3.9 GPA, and with great distinction from university. She even uploaded her virtual graduation to her YouTube channel because she couldn't attend in person due to COVID. After graduating, she would move to New York and get a job at Citibank working in the finance area whilst also still streaming in her spare time. She would keep this up for some time, building her audience up to around 100 viewers per stream, sometimes even more when fellow streamers like Nycro would regularly send their viewers to watch Emily. Around this time, Emily had a unique on-stream personality, to say the least. She was very energetic, carefree, overly positive, and often came off as, one could say, innocent and naive.
What the fuck? Okay! Who is the real knitter? That's me! I am the best knitter in We Party You!
These on-stream characteristics would carry all the way to the present day, although over the years more and more people would question how authentic this on-stream behaviour was, and it would be one of the main things people would criticise her for. Going back to 2021, Emily kept streaming to her tight-knit community. She was slowly growing, and she was somewhat well known within other communities like the Twitch speedrunning scene, but she was also getting noticed on other platforms like TikTok, where her usual on-stream antics were being clipped and uploaded, getting millions of views. Like when she got a camera and streamed the insides of both her belly button and ears. I don't know why, but I feel like I have to censor this or YouTube is gonna plow my asshole. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was at least one person in that stream with a belly button fetish feeling as though they had just found the holy grail of content. Another clip of hers that also went semi-viral was where she turned her stream into a classroom of sorts, creating lessons and recording the attendance of chatters. Around the start of 2022, she was getting more and more popular, mainly due to the variety of clips produced from her stream reaching more people, and it got to the point where other big streamers began taking notice of her and her usual shenanigans, which would also lead to her in February of 2022 landing a place on a popular streamers game show with thousands of people watching, with that streamer being Mizkiv and the show being Love or Host, where the point of the show was that there was usually one guy and multiple candidates, and the candidates had to persuade that one guy to choose them each round whilst eliminating others, and at the end it's revealed if the person chosen went with either Love or Host. If they chose Love, they would go on a date or something, but usually it just turned out they never spoke to each other ever again. But if the girl went with Host when they were chosen, their stream would be rated by thousands of viewers, and they would probably spam the play ad button to make 10 times their usual earnings. And to be honest, with a game show like this on Twitch, I'm surprised the Twitch CEO Dan Clancy didn't try and get involved. But with Emily's case on the show, she was eliminated in the first few rounds, of which she was supposedly not too happy about.
Fuck you, Slick! How dare you to eliminate me second round? Screw you and these cupcakes! Fuck! I'm pissed!
However, even though she was eliminated early on in the show, her personality and antics was shown to thousands, and a lot of people liked her, which led to a significant jump in her own viewership, and it didn't stop there. She was invited to more shows, she interacted with bigger streamers, and halfway through 2022 she had jumped to averaging over 1,000 viewers per stream, all while still working a full-time job. But that actually wouldn't last much longer. In September of 2022, she would start a subathon, which is something streamers do where the more subs they get, the more that stream lasts, with each sub often extending the time of the subathon and how long they have to stream. Now, the most attractive part of a subathon is that the stream only ends when the subs stop rolling in, or when it's capped. meaning in some cases, streams will last for days, weeks, or even months, with the streamer eating, sleeping, and overall just existing on stream. Now, Emily maybe underestimated her audience quite a bit, because her subathon would stretch all the way to when she had to go back to work. So what did she do? Did she pause the subathon? Did she call in sick? No. She continued streaming whilst working from home, and her boss would see her streaming whilst she was supposed to be working and would subsequently fire her.
Shows that I should be a streamer, okay? Because I literally streamed during work, and that's why I got fired. So, yeah, I mean, that's why. So, but yeah, thank you!
Now, a normal person would probably contemplate ramming their toe into a wall with a toothpick, or maybe even panic because they had just lost such a big job down to no fault but their own. But not Emily. She would take this as some kind of otherworldly sign that she should put all of her effort into being a streamer.
I'm gonna take it as like a sign from the universe that I'm meant to be a full-time streamer. Right, chat? So, yeah.
At the time, she was averaging well over 1,000 viewers, so arguably this wasn't that much of a risk. And even if it was, it paid off anyway, because from that point on, her popularity exploded. She was everywhere, collaborating with all the well-known streamers. In 2023, she joined the popular content creator org, OTK. She had ventured more into IRL content, which just made her even more popular because 1, her personality fit it well, there was never really a dull moment, and 2, it gave birth to clips like this, probably because of said personality.
Okay. Yes?
This is a family establishment. You're not allowed to cook crack in the parking lot.
Oh, I'm cooking steak!
What?
And this popularity would carry all the way to the present day, with her on-stream personality still being relatively the same. She still regularly collaborates with other streamers as well. She was even a teacher at Kai Cenat's Streamer University, and her audience has grown significantly since then. That is the basic story of how ExtraEmily got to where she is today, but why is she now facing so much hate?
I'm gonna be watching ExtraEmily funny moments until she's actually funny. Buckle your seatbelts, this could be a long one, and I really don't want to do this.
So the thing that ExtraEmily probably gets the most criticism for is how she acts on stream. From her voice to her overall energetic and happy behaviour, people just find it either very fake and think she's pulling a Saikuna, but obviously without these serious allegations and the fact she doesn't sound like Deku, she sounds more like Ureka or something, or they just find her conduct on stream very annoying to the point where some have renamed her from ExtraEmily to Extra Annoying, and there is even now multiple compilations ranking her so-called cringiest moments.
Ranking the worst ExtraEmily videos.
Thank you, chat, for 15,000 subs. I really appreciate it. I never ever thought that I would hit so many subs.
That is very cringe.
Her voice and attitude is so out there that even random strangers tell her to drop the act.
No, he's good. You're good. You're good.
Okay, I have another joke.
Take your time.
I have another joke.
You can do your real voice. You're not doing that. Do your real voice.
Nah, that's how she sound, bro. Oh God, yeah. That's how she talk 24/7, bro.
That's okay.
Now, Emily has responded to the allegation that she's fake and putting on an act multiple times. She usually says this is her actual voice and personality, but she does amplify it for her streams.
I am the same on stream than off stream, but like when I'm off stream, I like sleep. So then I'm not like as crazy. I do agree that it's like amp.
I think you did.
Okay, I will say IRL streaming, I'm really like, I'm like so courageous IRL streaming, and it's fun, so.
Now, are you that off stream? Are you going with people and spanking their butts?
See, no. So I guess it is a little bit amplified, exaggerated, exactly.
She's also said that other streamers' communities say she's fake because their communities are so different and they aren't used to someone being so upbeat.
I saw like a lot of, not a lot, but I saw like some comments that were like, oh, Emily's fake. But then I realized that the communities are so different. I mean, they literally play Counter-Strike and League of Legends. So they're probably not used to people that are happy and upbeat. So I'm like, maybe they just don't understand the concept of someone being like energetic and like upbeat. So then that's why they think that I'm fake. And I'm like, well, I'll just stay who I am and you can stay who you are, okay? So you can call me fake all you want, but I just know that we're just different types of people.
Now, there is an argument to be made that most streamers online don't act like their usual selves anyway, which is probably true for a lot of streamers. It's not like you know them personally, and if you think you do when the only contact you've had with them is by watching their streams, you may have a problem. But you can't really say for certain if Emily is just keeping up this persona on stream and off stream she's completely normal. But if this is all a complete LARP, fucking hell, well played to her. She's been consistent and committed to this bit for years since she first started streaming, even when people and other content creators have expressed how much they hate it. But this is a critique she's faced ever since she started streaming. This isn't a new thing. However, because of recent events, which we'll get into later, that opinion is obviously being circulated a lot more. But the baby voice thing she does occasionally, yeah, that's definitely a LARP. I don't know why she does that. Another thing she also gets criticized for is not being the brightest bulb in certain situations, to say the least. Despite graduating from a prestigious school, but academic intelligence and practical intelligence are two different things. In fact, there are a range of other areas you can be lacking, but you can still be considered intelligent. In Emily's case, she lacks situational awareness, I guess, because for one, she is notoriously known in the streaming community as a terrible driver.
Side. Right, chat? Oh! Did I just... Did you hear that? After the hill.
I'm gonna urine and we can get some.
Oh!
Emily, you just drove straight up the
I
curb.
didn't see that!
Emily,
What?
would you like slow down?
Would you
Why?
would you like to slow down and move to the right lane? So we're
You were
not...
going 81.
Okay, now there's one lane.
70.
She has had multiple on-stream situations where she has either almost crashed or has actually crashed, with some of them not even being in a car.
On your left! Hello! Bing bong, on your left, thank you! Oh, are you okay? Oh my god. Sorry. Are you okay?
You know, some people might make jokes about certain stereotypes here, but not me, because if I speak, I will be in very big trouble.
In big trouble, and I don't want to be in big trouble.
Emily has been banned on Twitch 2 times, and both were for being distracted whilst driving, with the most recent being in April of 2025 when she ran a red light whilst looking at her chat, and then for some reason said that's normal for Austin, Texas, which did not help with the online backlash she received after this.
I better see all the pink. Yes. What's this? Ah! Okay, keep going. Okay, I'm stopping. In Austin, you know, like the stoplights here are really long.
Hi,
so
Emily.
usually I just go past.
She only got banned for a day for this, by the way, which at this point is normal with Twitch's arbitrary banning system. But either way, I'm surprised that her license hasn't been taken away at this point, and that people still want to be in a car with her driving. But this lack of awareness also extends to one of these situations that occurred recently, where it was said that she ruined a MrBeast video, because MrBeast was running an event with a lot of streamers and he wanted to pull a prank on the viewers by recreating each of their setups and appearing on each one of their streams whilst live, making it seem like MrBeast was jumping around the world visiting these streamers. And Emily was a part of this, and she was one of the first streamers to go live in the room, but none of the people watching her stream fell for it, and it didn't help that another streamer came onto her setup and the green screen was a bit messed up, just making it less believable, and she eventually just ends up spilling the beans to her chat.
You got me! Oh my god, I have so much to yap about! Yes, we are here to film the MrBeast Twitch video. It's 50 Twitchers, and I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we're like stuck in a box or something.
She then completely gets rid of the green screen and starts walking around the event, of which other streamers are a bit surprised she's streaming it.
Friend!
Hello!
Hi, Jody!
Hey!
Wait, where's your place? Was yours over there?
I don't have a pod.
Oh, dang it.
This already, are you yeah, sorry, I didn't know if you were.
We can adapt our live.
Hell
but
yeah.
They said that we could go live.
But like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
And she even runs into MrBeast, who also seems a bit surprised she's streaming and walking around.
Wow, it looked great. Amazing.
How's it going, everybody?
There's Jimmy.
Well, try to keep it. Hey, you blew it, Emily.
Yeah,
for just a minute until other people go live.
Okay,
Tell them to act like
I haven't
you're
even
there.
gone live yet.
Good idea.
I'm heading.
Okay, we'll pretend like we don't know.
Okay.
Now, Emily quickly gets blamed for ruining the prank because one, she dropped the ball in like the first 5 minutes of her stream, and she was showing all the other setups, and two, people from her chat went to all the other people's chats and spread that it was all a prank, therefore ruining the surprise. Even in the MrBeast video, it highlights that she let the prank slip.
Are you live?
Yes.
You're live?
Yes.
Wait, it ruins everything. What are you?
For just a minute.
We had a leak. As time went on, word spread.
Emily then starts to get a lot of hate for ruining the prank, and it even got so bad that MrBeast pinned a comment on his video saying she shouldn't be getting the hate, which, if we are honest, probably did nothing. She would later respond with her side, saying she was told she could go live and a producer said she could go outside in 10 minutes.
I knew I could go live. A producer told me I can go outside in 10 minutes. Someone literally said, Emily, you can IRL after 10 minutes at your desktop. And I was like, okay, bet.
This either means the producer is to blame, or maybe Emily misunderstood, or she was never told she could go outside. There's no proof of anything except a note that was on her PC telling her to go live, but didn't mention anything about walking around. There was a miscommunication somewhere, but I don't think any other streamer let the ball drop that early, and you could make the argument she should have had the awareness to know this was a prank and it probably wasn't the best idea to go around showing everything, but in this instance I don't think she was doing this on purpose and wanted to ruin the prank. It was just a genuine mistake on her side, and I don't think she deserved the amount of hate she got from this. The driving, on the other hand, yeah, the criticism is valid there. She needs to probably stop streaming whilst driving if that is causing these accidents, or maybe get some extra lessons, because it's happened way too much at this point, and I dread to think what her driving is like off stream. Another thing Emily gets criticised for is that she is ungrateful, with the claim mainly being sourced from a situation around January of 2025. Remember how we just went over her lack of awareness? Yeah, that comes into play here as well, where on a stream in front of over 1,000 people, she openly admits to not wanting to pay back her parents for college, even though in her current situation, she could, and the amount she owes for college is around $170,000.
Nah, it's fine. The only reason they want me to pay it back is because I'm a streamer.
Yeah, you should pay it back.
Because I didn't use my degree. So they're like, okay.
How much is it?
$170K.
You should pay it back.
I don't want to. I mean, I did pay them $10K, and then I was like, I'm over this. I don't want to pay anymore. No, they're fine.
Are you doing it kind of like almost out of spite? Because you're like, I don't want to because like I can, but I know that you guys don't need it?
Yes.
That's why you don't?
Yes, they don't need it. And I'm
you
like,
don't need it.
I'm just a bad daughter.
You are.
People around the same time also brought up a clip where her mom says they almost went broke putting her through college.
But I'm paying you back for college. Yes, that's right. That's unnecessary.
That's necessary?
Yeah, we're almost broke because you went to the college. Go to the expensive one, yeah.
Obviously from the outside, this looks terrible, and yeah, she looks ungrateful. Her parents paid to put her through college, and even though she could pay them back, she doesn't want to, even when they supposedly wanted her to. And even on the stream at the time, people called her out for this, and she starts getting really upset.
My parents are like overall really happy and think I'm a good daughter.
You are a great daughter.
I don't know.
In the aftermath off-stream, in my opinion, she seemed more upset that she was getting criticised for this rather than the fault of her own actions, but soon after she would make a statement saying she has paid her parents back now. The clip of her parents saying they almost went broke is out of context. They are in fact doing fine financially, and that she's thankful people pointed this out to her. Obviously people made the point that she probably wouldn't have done this if she wasn't getting shit for it, but at the end of the day she supposedly paid them back and learned her lesson, so it's water under the bridge, right? Nah, the situation would get somewhat worse. When in May of the same year on stream, her dad supposedly jokingly asks if she's going to be paying back the tuition, and she eventually hangs up saying she doesn't want to be cancelled again.
You know, did you pay the tuition, your college tuition back to us yet?
Yes!
This year?
Yes!
I never heard a mom say
Dad, don't bring that up! I'm gonna get cancelled!
We want you to pay us back happily.
Yes!
Not get any burden or something.
I'm hanging up. It's all just jokes. I treat my parents well.
Now this would cast some doubt if she ever actually paid them back, and it looks like she was more concerned that she was going to get cancelled more than anything else. But those things to the side, Emily made the situation worse by taking down a post by the Twitter page Yeet that reposted the clip, which some interpreted as Emily attempting to minimize the situation by abusing the DMCA system, which if it was her goal, did not work. Because taking down posts critical of you, especially by abusing the copyright system, always just makes you look worse. And it makes the situation more popular than it originally would have been, which is quite literally what happened in this situation. People were outraged she would do this, with one person even offering to help the person that had their post taken down if they wanted to escalate this legally, and other streamers began talking about it as well.
Can you do me next? Should I make a tweet? Like, goddamn. Yo, I'm not kidding, bro. I hate her. I don't care if it's one-sided beef. I hate fake people, bro.
She would respond to this, clarifying she's paying back her parents in installments, that within the clip her dad was joking with her, and that she did DMCA the post and didn't regret it because it was supposedly promoting harassment of her. But people would quickly point out that's not how DMCA works. You can't just silence people criticizing you, even if their post does paint you in a bad light, and her doing this is counterintuitive because it's just going to cause even more hate and harassment. She would delete the tweet soon after, and I don't think there was ever a continuation to the situation or if she ever apologized. But yeah, this made her look very bad, and the criticism was valid. You can't just censor criticism, especially when it originates from your own fuck up. It never looks good, and it just makes you look significantly worse. And I understand there probably was people taking this drama too far, doing things like harassing her or sending terrible messages, and none of that is ever deserved. Those people are actual degenerate chuds if they take it that far, but this was not the way to go about responding to it, and her reputation rightfully took a hit because of it. And speaking of not looking good, that leads on to what happened recently, which was viewbotting allegations. Now, the act of artificially inflating the view count of your streams has been looked down on for years. It's seen as fake, petty, and in some cases cheating. It's never really looked good, and it's never been easy to 100% prove someone is doing it. But people usually look for indicators like their chat, where it's said if they have an outrageous number like 50,000 people watching and their chat is dead, that is a sign of viewbotting. But admittedly, if it's a VTuber or the average just chatting streamer, that makes sense, because most of their audience hasn't mastered their one-handed typing skill yet, and you can also look at their stream stats to see if it looks unorganic. But you still can't 100% prove it unless their interaction with the viewbotting service is exposed or they just straight up admit to it. And recently, viewbotting is becoming more of a talked about topic in the streaming space. There's more people being accused of it, and some are even now saying it's essential for becoming a big streamer, and that viewbotting is becoming more acceptable on things like Twitch, because currently they're not really cracking down on it despite saying they would. However, it's still looked down upon, and if you're caught red-handed doing it, you're going to get a lot of shit. But how does Emily come into this? Well, on stream, when she was looking through her Chrome tab, she briefly flashes a website used for viewbotting and then continues with her stream.
Oh, this is Emily. Have you met her?
Yes, Chris!
Oh.
Now, the reason given for this at the time was that it was a pop-up on a website that she clicked on earlier, specifically the website for the 6-7 challenge, which just proves we are declining as a species, but some would say they couldn't even reproduce that specific pop-up, and that tab highlighted was in incognito mode, and when she was doing the challenge, it was in a normal tab, so the pop-up would have been there, not in an incognito tab. People would quickly start accusing her of viewbotting, and some would even look at her stats saying it didn't look too good.
Well, if I pull this up, she's not even botting. Like, if you look at a handful of these streams, like I looked at this before, this is not that. Well, actually, this one is pretty. This does look. This one does look pretty bad. This one. This one does look kind of. This kind of doesn't look good. Does not look good.
Apparently, even a mod of the website released a screenshot showing she had bought the viewbots, but this screenshot hasn't been verified, so take it with a grain of salt. It could be fake. But if you thought once again this couldn't get any worse, you were wrong. Again, because it was then discovered a member of a Reddit page that circulated mainly streamer news and drama was deleting posts regarding Emily and the accusation of viewbotting, whilst also spreading the cover story that it was a pop-up ad to try and protect Emily because they were a loyal viewer of hers with thousands of messages in her chat, and the other mods of the page would eventually release a statement and remove him as a result. But this didn't help things at the time for Emily. Along with this and the viewbotting allegation, even if it wasn't 100% proven she was viewbotting, it still had a significant effect on her reputation, especially since this was also around the time the MrBeast thing was happening. And with the streams that followed, she wouldn't directly address the viewbotting claims, but would instead get emotional with all the hate she was receiving, and multiple times says she's thinking about quitting.
It's just too much for me to handle. I just can't do it. I just need either like a break or I need to change careers or something. Like I genuinely did have thoughts like the past 2 days to just stop streaming. Like this is just genuinely how I feel. That's why I'm trying to go to therapy and work it out and like not care as much, or like maybe I can find like a different thing that I can do with my life because I'm just not happy. Like it's true. Like
since then she has taken a break from streaming, with her return as of this video being in a week or two, but from what I can see the attention and allegations surrounding her hasn't died down completely.
MrBeast, how are you?
I'm not supposed to be live?
I thought you said I can go live in
15 minutes.
I ruined everything? Chat, did you guys hear that?
In conclusion, does ExtraEmily deserve the criticism thrown her way? In certain situations, yes. Like when it came down to not paying her parents, her DMCAing posts critical of her, her lack of awareness like when she's driving, because fucking hell. But I think in a lot of these situations she doesn't intend to cause harm. I think she's just naive, or some may argue in the heat of the moment, a bit dumb. Except for the parents thing, she should have really paid them back without needing the internet to shit on her first. And again, she should not have DMCA'd those posts. With the criticism towards her personality and the way she acts, I mean, yeah, it can be perceived as annoying or even childish. But fake, you can't really say for certain, and there is only so much you can know about a streamer. It might be her actual personality, as she says. And once again, there is always the argument that most streamers do the same thing. And with the whole viewbotting thing, that still hasn't been confirmed in my opinion. It's still up in the air. Admittedly, it doesn't look the best that she stopped streaming around when these allegations came out. However, with all that said, it's not like she's irredeemable. I don't think she's fully condemned her streaming career because of all the things she's done. But she definitely needs to learn how to deal with criticism when these things happen and learn from these events. And she might have already. I don't think I've seen another clip of her doing something in her car this year. So far, anyway. Ultimately, it's up to her if she wants to continue streaming. Maybe she just isn't built to cope with a platform where almost everything you do is looked at under a microscope and you can get hate for seemingly anything, with some individuals taking it way too far. But as of this video, she hasn't made that decision yet if she wants to stay and keep streaming or leave and just move on. We'll probably only really know when she comes back, with the majority of the internet still having their eyes on her right now. But yeah, that's just something I wanted to talk about today. Don't forget to clean the coins you store in your foreskin purse, and yeah, that's all I had to say, and bye bye.